Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're wet sanding the mold to prepare it for a piece to be made. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell to stay up to date with these builds and little projects we got going on. With that being said, let's get into it. As you can probably tell, not feeling the best. Just got a head cold, and it's actually getting cold here in Melbourne now. So probably going to take my time, and it probably won't be done for Saturday's upload, so see how we go. Hopefully it is. If you're watching it on Saturday, then it is. But yeah, let's get the 600 out. So last episode on this, when I pulled the piece out, unfortunately it did break. Not bad though. It was just all the filler that I did to get the front section done, but as you can see, didn't really have much contact. Also, as you can see, also some of the resin went underneath, so that's why it locked on. So it seeped through there. Where is it? Anyway, I can easily reattach this and try again, or I could just use this piece in my car. But we do want to get a piece out of this, see how it turns out. Alright guys, been sanding it down for about an hour now. It's looking okay. I'm going to clean it up and then I will polish it. Alright guys, got a little mushroom buffer on there, polishing piece. The hardest bit will I probably won't be able to get down into there, so probably have to rub it by hand. That's okay. I'm going to put some cutters on there and have at it. Alright, changing from the mushroom to the big disc, is that's just junk. Yeah, I can get in there. Alright, I'll keep going. Alright guys, I've buffed it, I've wiped it down. Gone way too thin on this mold, so let's see if we can get a decent one out of it, and then once again try to make a mold off that one. Or I can repair this one. Probably be the easiest to repair this one and try again, but yeah, maybe next time don't paint it. That might be the easiest option. However, I would like to see how a piece comes out of this. So I'm going to get the honey wax going, and before I do that, I'm actually going to stick tape around the edges. So the last thing we need is for the fiberglass to lock onto the polyester cloth on the back side of it and fully lock it in there. So tape them up and chop these off. Alright, it's all taped up. If this works out well, I might even just still use this, but just need a little bit more prep once it comes out for the customer. Start waxing it up. Alright guys, it's 10 past 10. Done my first layer, so give it 15 minutes and come back 10:30 and do another one. Okay guys, it's about 11:30 now, and that there is the 4th coat. So in the morning I'll do another 2. So when I get home from work, we'll do the gel coat, let that set, and then, well actually, I'll buff this off. I'll chop up all the peel ply and everything, make sure it's all able to be flat, and same with the fiberglass, and then we'll do the gel coat. Hopefully this one works. Alright guys, it's nearly 8 o'clock. I need to leave for work very soon. So I've already been out here this morning, put a coat on. Just about to buff that off. Put the 6th coat on. Alright guys, so that is the 6th coat on. We head to work, we'll come back, buff it off. I'll do the aerosol. Once that's dry, I'll do the template for the peel ply. The peel ply template should transfer straight over to the fiberglass. So hopefully that works. I'm trying to keep everything flat this time, because this is what happened. That's not good. Alright guys, unfortunately, you can tell I'm not feeling the best. I ended up falling asleep at like 7:30 last night on Friday night after work, so you didn't get a Saturday morning upload. But the good side of that is this episode, you'll actually see the part coming out of the mold. So we're going to buff this off and put on the aerosol, and then we'll do our patterns of peel ply and fiberglass. It's been on here for a day, so now the piece that will come out of this won't be the best. It'll need some touch-ups, but hopefully that first one's going to pull all the paint out. So if I do decide to use this again, it'll be better. I just have little knoblets on there that I'll sand off. But if people are pretty keen, then I'll make another mold, so I can have 2 going at the same time. So I don't want to have people waiting 2-3 days for production of one. Might put me pretty far behind. Alright guys, gonna use aerosol now, and I'll let that dry off for quite some time. Alright, the spray release is on there now. You can see it start to haze up. So once that's done, we'll get the peel ply and make the pattern that'll make it nice and flat. Right guys, I'm not actually going to be cutting peel ply at all. I'm just going to take my time when I'm laying it in there to get it all nice and flat, and not leave it up like that. So just treat it like another piece of fiberglass. So I'll get the fiberglass all chopped up too, and then we'll put on the gel coat. Alright guys, got 3 layers, chopped them up with relief cuts in the center, so it actually works pretty well. I do have strips that I'll use probably on every layer just to strengthen up around the edges a bit. So we're going to mix up some gel coat and get a coat on. So I'm going to use 75 grams, see how that goes. And yeah, if I'm having second doubts, I'll do another layer. Alright guys, gonna change it up a little bit. So this is the gel coat that's on here. It's dried, it's been on there for hours. I'm gonna do a coat of the resin and leave that to get all tacky. Just want to smooth this out just a little bit more, and then we'll start putting the fiberglass onto it. Got the roller, went to the shops, got the roller, got some more brushes and some acetone to clean up the roller, because I keep forgetting to clean the roller. Alright, so we'll do 50 grams and just do a coat, and then I'll do a batch of 100. Alright guys, so I've got the resin on there. I probably should have put the black pigment in there so I could have seen where I've done, and if I could go over it again, any spots where I could see through still. But it looks all wet, so, and leveled out in these areas here. Just a bit worried about these two corners. We might get some air bubbles there, so hopefully the vacuum should suck all the material into there, if I'm lucky. Alright guys, so I've put the first layer on, I'm rolling it, I'm getting ready to do another batch for the second and third layer. Hoping it'll be thick enough, and hopefully I should have enough resin, but yeah, hopefully it's all good. Come back after I've done all 3 layers. Alright guys, got the 3 layers on there, went on pretty well. So I've used 150 grams of resin so far. About to put the peel ply on and roll it. So hopefully we get some come through and it evens out everything. Looking good. Alright guys, I went pretty oversized on the peel ply, so the cloth sits within the peel ply. It should be a bit easier to get off. So I'll put the polyester cloth on, and we'll get it into the vacuum bag and try to do the vacuuming slow. Alright guys, I've got it in the bag. I haven't done the bag up all the way, so I want to see if it sucks it down nice and slow. And you can see the peel ply has a bit of room on the outside, so we should hopefully be good. I think we are all sealed up. It's pulled onto it pretty good. As you can see here though, we don't have any polyester resin, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it doesn't go around onto the backside. But everything else looks good. It's sucked down onto it. Ooh, actually, so we might have a bit of a leak. Well, the vacuum bag is not holding, so maybe it's a one-use thing, or I punctured it somehow with the sharp resin. Anyway, it's sucked in pretty good. So I'm going to leave it in the bag overnight and come back to it tomorrow and see how it is. Hopefully it's alright. Alright guys, let's see how this turned out. It's Sunday morning now. Let's get it out. Whew. Alright, let's see how I go. I feel like it's completely cured. crap. That's not good. Not good at all. Hasn't completely cured. Look at that big fold. Not having much luck. I'm going to leave it until tonight and I'll pull it out of the mould. See how it is. Hopefully it hasn't stuffed the mould. Yeah, some of the resin is still tacky, which it shouldn't be. I mixed it all properly. It's been a good 12 to 14 hours. Yeah. Alright guys, finally got the piece out and it's junk. It's all cracked here. I'm pretty damn sure I put the right amount of hardener in, right amount of catalyst. It just feels soft. Yes, I know on the edges it didn't get it, but maybe it was because of the vacuum bag. I'm not sure, but I'll just go over this later and see if everything's alright, and I'll wax it up again and see how I go. Need to put a lot more gel coat on. This is way too thin. Way too thin. As you can see, we had some air bubbles. So, yeah. And where that big bit is on the back, big fold. Seems okay. But yeah, this is all cracked. Maybe I'll try for 4 or 5 layers next time. We're a bit stronger here, here, and here, because that's where it all crossed over. But the edges, they don't look too bad. I just got to work on my technique a bit better. Well, there we have it again, guys. Another fail, but it's a lesson that I've learned. So, yeah, if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell to stay up to date with the build. If you are keen on these, put a comment down below. Obviously, I'm not going to be sending out junk like this. When I get them perfect, that's when I'll be sending them out. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next episode. Bye.